What's up, Facebook and YouTube? Ronan James here. Giving it a second, see if it's coming through on the phone. Oh yeah, there we go. Make sure I got sound. Yep. I got sound. All right. Trying to keep up with the chat. Happy Father's Day, everybody. Dads out there everywhere. Cat dads as well. Come on, Fox. I know you're ready to jump up on my lap. Come on. No? It's not as fun when I want you to jump on my lap. Come on. Come on, man. He's sitting more. You hear him meowing probably. Come on. Come on. You coming up? No. All right. Go find something to do then, please. I love you too, pal. All right. Let's see. There's the chat overlay. All right. So when you guys jump in, I'll put the chat overlay up. Yeah, it'll pop up over here on the screen. I'm live using Restream, so I'm streaming now to Facebook and YouTube. So tune in. We'll talk about some horror stuff and talk about Amityville, Barbie, of course. You can ask me questions. I just went on iHorror. Apparently, there's a Jason Friday the 13th house coming to Halloween Horror Nights this year. So we'll talk about that. Talk about whatever you want. I don't really want to get into politics. Yay. Power to the people. Protesting. I fucking love it. And I love the fact that the president's birthday parade was a total flop. So also, there you go. You see the cat paw. Here he comes. That the president's birthday thing was a total flop. I just love it. All right, anyway, we're not going to talk politics. We're here to talk horror movies, events, and I'm going to clean up while I do it. So I'll keep an eye on the screen here. You guys, chime in, say hi when you join in, either on YouTube or on Facebook. Hi, pal. There he is, creeping in. He doesn't really just love me. He just wants my hair tie. That's what he wants. Or my phone. All right, I'm going to go clean. See all this? I got to rearrange all this. I got to reorganize. I got a light that's going to go underneath, over here, underneath this shelf. So I'll be displaying some stuff. I'll put some posters on the wall here, but I got to clean everything first. And I got my food set up down there where I make my office breakfast. Usually coffee and microwave eggs, toaster oven hash brown. So yeah, I'm gonna clean, get myself, there he is, get myself some coffee. The cats will check in. I'm just gonna leave it running live for a little bit. So if you guys want to say hi, feel free, ask questions or leave comments. Let me know what the latest good scary movie you watched was. Yeah, and we'll talk about our upcoming events, and we just had our slasher theme party, and it went really well, surprisingly well. So many people got dressed up. The cats are shedding like crazy. So if you see me doing this during this live, that's me pulling cat hair off. I gotta throw it in the trash. It's just thrown on the floor. Because I'm going to vacuum anyway later, but yeah, for now. Hi, bud. You going to say hi? This is Fox Mulder. Foxy Smolder. He's our emo boy. He is very needy. He needs lots of attention, right? So he's got his side swoosh there over his eye on this side, and his emo guy liner. Look, Show them your guy. Yeah, see? He's just got guy liner on the one eye under his little emo swoosh. Parts over to the side. Right? My little emo cat. Daddy's emo boy. Oh, yep. Hair all over the desk. This is why we have a cover on the workstation that costs more than it. What am I going to say? All right. No, you don't get down from sitting near the laptop, please. Thank you. All right, I'm going to do some stuff. Feel free to drop in some questions, comments, whatever. Ask me anything. Sure, maybe. You can ask. You can ask me anything. I don't know if I'll answer anything, but yeah, you can ask. All right. Let's see. Move my donuts. Start with a cup of coffee here. Foxy's hosting. Foxy's going to host the live stream while I work in the back. Right, Fox? You want to host? You got to get your little headset. So yes, the plan is to like rearrange this stuff and kind of decorate it better so that I can just pop in here, turn this thing on, and go live right from my workstation because I can multitask and talk to you guys while I edit Amityville Barbie or any of the other projects that I work on, or while I do some graphic design here for events and stuff like that. And you can watch the cats come and annoy me all day, just like this. This is all day. This is what, as soon as I get here, especially him, he's the neediest one. So needy. He's the neediest. This is, yeah, all day long. So, I love him. Damn. Give me 2 seconds to get my coffee, sir. Coffee brewing. Here. I'll take Hawkman down. I enjoyed Black Adam. It was all right, but the best parts of Black Adam had Hawkman and Dr. Fate in them. Anytime Pierce Brosnan was on set, on scene, Hawkman was on scene, I was loving it. Jerry Watts, what's up, brother? Thanks for tuning in. But yeah, so I bought one figure. I had to get a Hawkman figure. I got that. But yeah, we're gonna move him now. We'll put other stuff over there. All right, I gotta grab a coffee cup and my coffee. Foxy, you're gonna sit over here, right? Boom, there you go. Host the show, Fox. Answer questions for the people. They all want to know. Am I a good cat dad? Yeah? Are you a high five? Can I get a boop? And a face rub? All right, I'll take it. Okay. Some of this is trash back here. You keeping them entertained, Fox? Supposed to face that way. Face the camera. Face the camera and keep them entertained, Foxy. Give the people what they want. For those who care, drink coffee. I love this stuff. This is, yes, I drink instant coffee. I'm an instant coffee heathen. Brewing coffee for 1 cup at a time, which, I mean, from a single person doesn't make any sense. I know, keep the cup sitting, the coffee pot sitting, always have fresh brewed coffee, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, if there's a bunch of people there, but this is also gold espresso. So a little more than just regular coffee. And the part I love about instant coffee is you can, it probably says like, two rounded teaspoons to use. Well, you can turbo your coffee by like doubling that, or you can just put, I usually do 3. So just extra shot, right? You can regulate, pump up your coffee intake. This is a tablespoon, so I'm not going to put that much in there. This is a really big fucking glass. And then, who you going to call? The Ghostbusters mug. And while I don't really go to Starbucks, I don't really do Starbucks much, I do use the almond milk creamer that you can buy at the store. Because, there's not a lot of good almond milk creamers that you can buy at the store. And for the money, this is probably the best one. This one's cheaper than some of the other ones, and it's way better. So, yes, I'll stick with the Starbucks. All right, so, I got this. One of the things I'm going to do today is install this cool, all the kids, hey, come, leave it alone. All the kids use, my son uses this shit, so. All the kids use them to make their rooms cool, apparently. These LED strip, is this an 8-foot strip light? I think this is like a 5-foot, 6-foot. I don't know, a little longer. But I'm going to line underneath the shelf with this. And it's got like a little remote control, so I can change the color and it'll illuminate whatever it is that I put up under here. It'll be lit up as far as posters or collectibles or whatever we wind up doing. And then obviously I'll have a whole row of collectibles up here that'll be on camera the whole time. And you'll get to watch all this. I'm figuring out also now with Restream, I should be able to switch. I do have a switcher. But I should be able to do some Resolve tutorials maybe. So if you're interested in learning some video editing stuff using DaVinci Resolve, you'll be able to watch me do it here, but I'll also be able to put my screen on screen for you to kind of follow along if you want to learn some of this stuff that I do here. Hey, Amber Hoffmeister, thank you for checking in. Amber Brook, our Goth Barbie, our Ashley Williamson from Amityville Barbie. What's up? Tell the hubs I said happy Father's Day. August also appears in Amityville Barbie. I gotta get rid of some cat hair. So, yes, today I'm reorganizing all of this to make it pretty for people to watch because I'm going to get back to doing Deadsville Horror Talk Live at least, I'm going to say at least twice a week. At least twice a week I will jump on and go over horror news and talk about updates, and we can chit chat like we used to. I know it's been a while. I've been super fucking busy, but I can fucking talk to you guys and work at the same time. So this is to facilitate that. And so we're going to kind of redecorate to make this a little more pleasing than just a bunch of random stuff slapped up here and piled up because I'm running out of space for all my collectible shit. So I got some cool stuff up here, though. Maybe as we're going through this today, I will pull some stuff down. You can see some of my collectibles that are up here. But at any rate, I got this 8-foot LED light that all the kids are using. The problem with this fucking LED light, though, when you buy it, that they don't tell you, um, is that the cord is literally that long. Like there's the end of the LED strip light here, right? And there's your plug. So you have to, where is it? Yep. Buy a USB extension cable which would then plug into your block to get this fucking thing to work. Okay, because you have to plug it into an electric source. So, as Foxy, hey, stop it! I knew that was coming. So yeah, got the thing, and then I was like, yeah, and then I how the hell am I going to plug this in? Like, even I have a surge bar on the desk, but it's not even close, and the lights would run down the desk. It would look terrible. So yeah, we had to go get the extra extension cable and the bar. So now we're prepared. I'm going to bring up the chat here, I guess, so you can see. Amber says, hope you're doing well, my friend. Happy Father's Day. He says, thank you. Awesome. Yes. I'm doing all right. I'm going to go out later. My son's working, so we're going to go out to dinner and have some ramen later with my mom as well. So, yes, I will be doing the Father's Day thing. But, yeah, my son's working most of the day. Brenda Jean Johnson checking in. Hi, Brenda. Thanks for tuning in. This is Fox Mulder, for those who my co-host for the day, since he won't get out of the chair. He's going to co-host the show. He is my very needy fur child, one of many. I have a real child as well, obviously. So, all right, I want to make something to eat here. I hope you all don't mind. I'm going to put a little something in the toaster oven. Got my coffee. Now I need a little tater, so I'm going to get me a hash brown going. Be right back. I gotta go put this stuff in the fridge. Keep entertained, Foxy. Do a little tap dance for him. I really should take my son's mini fridge and put it over here at the end so I don't have to go all the way out into the hallway. We have a big fridge out there. I'm here at Deadsville Studios, for those that don't know. Tom Williams checking in. What's up, Tom? Thanks for tuning in, brother. Yeah, the chat's not showing up on my restream here. That's why I have this cool little background frame. I go through Restream and it sends me to multiple streaming sites, but usually the chat pops up and I can put the overlay on and y'all can see what everybody's saying. But I can see you guys chatting on my phone because I keep my phone on. So I can't put your chats up over here, but if you're on Facebook, thanks. Tom says happy Father's Day. Thank you, Tom. Same to you, brother. But if you're on Facebook, you can jump in the comments and say hi, and I'll see it. And I'll respond live. So it's Friday the 13th. Let me know what you guys did for Friday the 13th. You know what we did. You probably saw the pictures from the slasher theme party. We had, quite a good time. I was surprised. I was really surprised because it's a Friday night, which people usually, it's tough to get. People come home from work. They don't necessarily want to run right out. So they don't, take them a little while to get there. And things did. It was a little slow at the beginning. We were like, uh-oh, I was a little nervous. But people started to show up and they were dressed up. We were worried about them dressing up. It's a Halloween party in the middle of June. No, we don't get up there, sir. So, yeah, we were a little worried about that. But, man, so many costumes. The pictures are still coming in, but there's a ton of people dressed up. We had a bunch of Scream Queens in the contest. Yeah, and it was awesome. So, congrats to Bridget, our Deadsville Scream Queen contest winner. She won a $100 prize pack from Richie Riot's Rock and Roll Knife Fight in Lansdowne, PA. And will also be the Deadsville Scream Queen until someone dethrones her. So we might do more of these Scream Queen contests, more than just once a year. We'll see, because that was fun and people had a good time with it. And we had a couple guys dressed up. We did it a little different. We didn't just have them, hey, come on out and do your scream, blah, blah, blah. We had them set up and face one direction, and we had guys who were dressed up. One was Leslie Vernon, another guy was Michael Myers. Shout out to TJ, and I forget his first name. We just became friends on Facebook. They just came out. Him and his girlfriend were from Trenton. Dark Thorn. I apologize because I forget his name, but I just met him. But he was dressed as Leslie Vernon. So we would have the contestant face one way, and we would count down 3, 2, 1. On one, they would spin, and the killer would be there, posing, ready to stab him to kind of motivate the scream, to make it a little more theatric. Because, yeah, we're all about the theatrics, right? So, yeah, it was a lot of fun. And we had some great screamers. But, yes, Bridget won, and she will be you can see pictures. And also, our costume contest winner was Breakdancing Goblin. The costume contest really became a bit of a dance-off because everybody came out, especially with Breakdancing Goblin was the one that set the tone early. He was the first one and just came out and started breakdancing in his goblin outfit and mask and just killed it. So he won the costume contest. We had quite a few sexy ghost faces, a sexy Jason, and loved them all. There were a bunch of great costumes. Like I said, Michael Myers, Leslie Vernon, I think got second place. I think went to Leslie Vernon. And everything was decided by the crowd. It was all, Steph infection went over each contestant, and the crowd got to cheer to decide who they wanted to win. So everything was done with crowd participation. The crowd was huge all day. We had over 100 people there. We had over 100 paid at the door. So I know we had some comps as well, and some of the people that work at Bar 13 came to check it out and hang out and dress up. So overall, a good night. Restores my faith in live events. Doesn't restore my faith in local original bands much, but it definitely restores my faith in live events. People do still want to get out and do stuff. People not having money to do stuff is not the problem. I know that's everybody wants to say that's it. When I rag on live events and I and I get down on local bands for not promoting and not showing up to each other's shows. Everybody goes, oh, well, people economy, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, well, you know what? The economy is what it's been. And we had 100 people come out for a DJ and a costume party in the middle of June. So you can't use the economy as an excuse when people want to come out and have a release and they want to party. You just got to give them something a little more than just the old stand around and watch a band. And no offense to bands, but y'all got to do more maybe at your events. More interactivity. I don't know. We've tried to do more, but it's just easier with the DJ doing his thing, and then we can focus on, hey, let's have a costume contest. Let's do a Scream Queen contest. Hey, let's have a picture booth. Hey, let's do this. Let's have a piñata stuffed with candy and glow in the dark zombie toys. We have time to think of that when we're not dealing with the drama of dealing with bands. I don't know how else to put it. So if bands want to have more people come out, make your shows more interactive, you guys can come up with this shit too. Come up with these ideas as well and implement them at shows with bands. It just gets people more Interactivity is what they want now. They don't just want to pay their money and stand around and watch. They want to be part of it. And that's what it was. We had the whole crowd almost. We had the whole. If you go and see some of the video of the costume contest and the Screen Queen contest, there's the whole back of the room is packed. They made room for people to dance and stuff, but the whole back room is packed. And then you can see everybody at the bar is either standing up or sitting at the bar on the one side, all like in the doorways, watching to see what's going on, and to cheer and to clap for who they like, cheer for who they wanted to win. So interactivity is key, and we're going to do a lot more of it. Robert Bull watching, John Mahoney watching. What's up, guys? Thanks for tuning in. I'm farting around back here. I'm going to clean and rearrange and light some of this this area back here. So I guess I should move my coffee and start pulling some of this stuff down. Pop this over here so you guys can see it over here. Oh, there you go. Boom. Got to keep the Ghostbusters in the foreground. Visual aesthetic. Set deck. A self-contained business over here. Got my cafeteria. Cafeteria at this end of the desk. And this is like this is gonna be like the more posters and shit and all lit up. I might have to move the cafeteria and just make this a little more decorative area. It's also going to get hot. Yeah, it's not bad though. But yes, place for my memorials. As you can see a little thing down here. There's ashes. Cleo's ashes are on the end there too, so I'm going to move them into another spot. Put their pictures up on the wall. Actually, mount the pictures. The Domino's pic here. Right. I'm going to put them into a memorial spot. This will be more about like a horror space, the horror section. So y'all will have more eye candy to look at instead of my ugly mug when I'm going live and talking about horror talk shit. So if y'all have any questions about Amityville Barbie or anything, like I said, ask me anything. I don't know if I'll answer anything. Josh Wolf checking in. Mitzi Green, hi, Mom. I'll see you in a couple hours for dinner. Nothing yet. So, yeah, feel free. There's some questions up there. I just posted a reel today. If you want to go check out my latest reel, you'll see me getting unalived, as they like to say, because you want to avoid saying certain words to trigger the algorithm to bury your shit. So, yeah, you'll see me stunts on the show Blind Spot. It was season 3, I think. Yeah, episode 13. I think I was like a bodyguard for some bad guy in the show. And I get shot by the star Sullivan Stapleton. So I grabbed the clip. They just put the series on Netflix. I saw, so I jumped to it real quick and found my little scene. There's other scenes you see me in it, but my death scene is the one everybody wants to see. I'm sure there's plenty of people that will love seeing me get killed. So if that's something you wanted to see, you're gonna want to check out my latest reel. I put it in slow motion too, so you can see me die. Die in slow motion. I gotta reset this timer. Put the hash brown going. All right, we'll start pulling some of this stuff down. Oh, the pops accumulate. I should dust this shit too while I take it down, shouldn't I? Just not near my coffee. I am not a pops person. I keep saying this, but then I keep buying more pops because they keep making these fucking characters that I feel like I need to have. Because number one, either they don't make figures of certain characters, or I can't get it hold of, because I have the character has sentimental value. That's the basic reason why. So Invader Zim I picked up not too long ago, and this one is a Funko 2025 Wondrous Convention limited edition. And Zim's got his kind of like spider legs on. See on the side there. I keep putting my laptop. I'm a big Invader Zim fan. I'm a big cartoon fan. Another one I had to have, Universal Monsters. They did a Bride pop. So, of course, get the Bride pop. So, and this one is, Universal Monsters official. Oh, and there's more. They keep coming. Oh, from Deadpool and Wolverine, I had to get Blade because I'm a huge Wesley Snipes fan. I don't know if you've seen my reel. I auditioned for Wesley for one of his movies once, and I'll tell the story maybe in a minute, but I'll tell it real quick. But this is like a bobblehead made after the Wolverine, Deadpool and Wolverine cameo that surprised everybody, that shocked the shit out of everybody last year in the greatest movie of the year. But yes, so quick story. Years ago, this was after working on Last Airbender and working with a stuntman named Arnold Chan, who was really good friends with Wes. And he's been in a ton of stuff. You've seen Arnold die and stuff. You've seen him in a bunch of stuff. Asian guy, shaved head. Yeah, good guy. He came here working on Last Airbender. Bunch of us, kind of befriended him. He did a seminar here. We trained with him. He saw what we could do. And he told us, hey, you guys, we were in Philly. He's like, you should come to the Shaolin Temple in New York because Wes is doing a kung fu comedy movie similar to like Black Dynamite style thing. And he's going to look for a bunch of dudes to be in the movie, a bunch of stunt guys. And he's going to audition people up in New York at the Shaolin Temple. So we're going to go audition for Wes. So we all go up to Shaolin Temple, New York to audition for Wesley Snipes. Kung fu comedy. And we get there and there's a ton of people and they're all online. And everybody does martial arts. Everybody's, back then, I'm sorry, not everybody does. Everybody was not kung fu fighting. Some people don't train, obviously. Everybody that was there does martial arts. So it was a pretty even playing field as far as who did what. And I did a few different styles. So you would come in and he wanted to see, you do like a form and then maybe do a couple falls or show that you could do stunts. Arnold told me, and because he knew us, he was like, hey, listen, Wes really wants some parkour in this movie. So if you guys got some parkour you want to show him, this is the time to do it. Work that in. Don't forget to do some martial arts. Show him the martial arts stuff, but he wants to see parkour. So, all right, we get up there. I bring my resume up, headshot, hand it to him. Hey, sir, nice to meet you. Do. Shake his hand. He's at a table next to Arnold. They're both sitting there. They're watching everybody. We're at the fucking temple. Everybody's there. Fucking Sifu's, Grandmasters. Timok from The Last Dragon is there. Motherfucking Timok from The Last Dragon was there. I got a fucking picture with him, and his aura was such that the picture was blurry because he has the glow. So, all right. Getting off subject. So I go to do my thing. I do like a Shaolin 5 animals kung fu form. Well, but when I bring my stuff up to Wes, boom, I hand him my stuff. He looks at my resume. Oh yeah, you do this. Oh, and you do parkour? Okay, cool. I can't wait to see some parkour. I already knew this, so I already had it. But there's nothing to do fucking parkour on here, and then you need like obstacles and shit. There's no obstacles in the Shaolin Temple in New York. It's just a big carpeted floor on like the 3rd floor of this building that you go up to where you train in kung fu. Luckily, they had some gymnastics, like cheese wheels and stuff like that. So I was able to have something there, but they were too soft to like vault or do anything off of. So I was like, fuck, okay. So I was like, what am I going to do? And I could front flip. I used to be able to front flip pretty easily over stuff. But there was this big ass cheese wheel, and it was probably about, it came up probably to my chest. And it was for people to learn to do back bends over. It was one of them big ass fucking gymnastics cheese wheels. So I was like, he's like, all right. And I planned. I didn't try this. I didn't warm this up. I had nothing because we were in line waiting to even get in there. So by the time I get in there, I was just like, he's like, all right, let me see some parkour. And then totally on the spot, I just go, okay, yeah. I go grab the cheese wheel. I pull it into the center of the room. Boom, I stand it up on the side so it's about yay high. Go to the end of the room, go to one end of the floor, and I'm just like, all right, please, I hope this works. And I just start running, and I pop, and I go front flip over this fucking big-ass cheese wheel. And I was like, man, I guess back then I would sometimes I would come up a little short on my rotation. So I really, hucked it so that I would, if anything, over-rotate, which I did. So I hit, and as I rotated, I had so much momentum that I went just naturally right into a shoulder roll out of it. So I front flipped, over-rotated, landed on my feet, but had so much momentum forward, I just kind of realized it and went right into a shoulder roll. Popped up. As I pop up from the shoulder roll and look to spin around, Wes pops up from the table and he's like, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about right there. I want to see some of that. And I was like, yeah. And Arnold's smiling, big smile, thumbs up at me behind, right next, just like, and I'm just like, all right, cool. And then Wes went to jail for tax evasion shortly afterwards. So the movie never got made. But chances are I would have been doing parkour and kung fu in Wesley Snipes' movie. So yeah, I had to. I love Wes. I love Blade. He's the Marvel daddy. So I had to grab that. So yeah, and that's my Wesley Snipes story. Allie Dilac, hi. Thank you for the Father's Day wishes. Thanks for tuning in. I'm going through all this stuff up here, taking it down as I clean to rearrange. This is my Father's Day activity until I go to dinner later. This is my version of an easy day at work. I'm going to talk to you guys for a while too. So, on to the next unnecessary pop that I own. Now this is necessary because I used to be a huge wrestling fan. Me growing up was a really huge wrestling fan. I grew up on Hulk Hogan, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, all that kind of stuff. So when my son was growing up, we started watching wrestling again together. I kind of drifted away as I grew older, but as he was growing up, I wanted to introduce him to it and a lot of the stuff that I was introduced to growing up. So I introduced him to wrestling, and us both being comic book kids as well. One of our favorite wrestlers was Shane Helms, aka the Hurricane. So when fuck Target and dropping their DEI policy, but before they dropped the DEI policy, they dropped this fucking awesome Hurricane pop, and I had to buy it because I love the fucking Hurricane. So if you remember Shane's stick as the Hurricane in the WWE, he was like a superhero dressed kind of like Green Lantern, but with a cape. And his alter ego was a reporter, Shane Helms, where he would walk around and interview people. And his catchphrase was, what's up with that? And then he would go and, change in a phone booth real quick. He had glasses on, just like Superman. It was fucking hilarious. And then he would come out of the phone booth, change into his outfit. And he'd say, stand back. There's a hurricane coming through. Oh, man, it was great. So, hold on. In addition... This goes way back. This is, and I have to get batteries and put them in. But here you go. This is a Hurricane from when my son was a kid. He's 22 now. This is when he was a child, and this has abs that if you hit the abs, so you can punch him, and he's like, "Ow! Oh, that hurts." But he also says catchphrases like, "There's a hurricane coming through," and what's up with that? So I really have to get batteries for him. But yes, this is the Hurricane is definitely a sentimental character and one of my all-time favorite WWE wrestlers. So that is why I own a Hurricane pop. I don't collect pops, I swear, as I collect pops. All right, my hash brown is done. Come back. Crispy hash brown on a Monster High paper plate. Courtesy of being on sale, Party City. We'll leave those guys hanging. Oh, another pop. I should just get the last pop out of the way up here. As I drop my crispy hash brown. All right. One more pop up here. The first rated R movie I ever watched as a kid. Probably way too early to watch as a kid. But by my father's awesome parenting. Go figure on Father's Day. I was often left to my own devices to watch Prism, this old cable channel. Way back before streaming, you would have cable channels and movie channels. And Prism, I forget who eventually bought him out, HBO or something maybe. But Prism would show Walter Hill's cult classic film, gang film, New York gang film, The Warriors, constantly. And I fucking loved that movie. I watched it way too young. I was way too impressionable. It had way too big an influence on me. But one of my favorite characters was Cochise, because this motherfucker could rumble. And I just loved his whole aesthetic, his whole dynamic. And the actor David Harris passed away last year. And it prompted me to go online and find a Cochise, some kind of Cochise merchandise to kind of, to remember him with. So, yeah, I grabbed a Cochise pop, and it's really cool. He's got the baseball bat. See, he had this Native American aesthetic to him, with like the feathers in the headdress and in the headband. The Warriors in general, it was like a Native American kind of influence. They had the brown jackets with the wings on the back. Warrior, obviously a term taken from Native Americans. Well, whichever. Anyway, the Cochise pop, another one of the goddamn pops I don't collect. I collect Warriors memorabilia. How's that? That's what that is. It's not a pop. Mm-hmm. All right, we'll move through some of this stuff a little quicker. I don't have excuses for them now. They're not pops, but one of my favorite movies from a couple of years ago was Onyx the Fortuitous and Talisman of Souls. And I got Steph got me a signed print from the director, Andrew Bowser. If you're familiar, if he looks familiar, and you haven't seen the movie, he's the weird Arby's guy from the viral videos like a decade ago. He was like, okay. And I was like, okay. And then they crashed through the door. And I was just like, okay. So it's that character. And the movie's hilarious. Absolutely. If you haven't seen Onyx the Fortuitous and the Talisman of Souls, you are really missing out. Check it out. Andrew Bowser's hilarious. And yes, thank you, Steph Infection, for this awesome signed print. This will probably go up here somewhere. Actually, I'll put this in a frame or something. This can actually, like I said, this is going to get decorated. So I will probably grab a frame from the dollar store for this bad boy and pop it up over here. So we shall see you again, Andrew Bowser. I'm just going to put you over here right now for safekeeping. Out of the way. Move these pops. We'll pop these pops on over here. All right. my Kakashi Sensei. I like anime. I'm a weeb. I'll keep him over here. Oh, not Pops. These are final figures that they had at Five Below. I'll probably take these out of the box at some point. Maybe put them up over here, but Shaggy and Scooby. Scooby eating some Scooby snacks. Shaggy kind of giving the I'm the man kind of thing. Yeah, cool little vinyl figures. They were. I'm obviously huge Scooby fan, so. Right. Cards from Father's Day. Oh. Yeah, I need to dust. So I haven't vacuumed in here. That's why I'm doing this now. Get it out of the way. This is my Ghostbusters mini proton pack. It's also was from Steph Infection. I think, yes, it's a Christmas present. Whack a Zombie. I didn't even remember this was up here, but oh man. You want to just fucking whack them? I didn't even open this shit. So this is Whack a Zombie. Is there like a book in here? Yeah. The history is. What? There's like a tiny little booklet in the fucking thing. I guess it's like a stress relief kind of thing. We're gonna find out. Oh, there you go. So it's got sand in it, and it's got a little thing. So I'm gonna put my glasses on. Go ahead, whack that zombie. Reduce your stress levels at work and home by taking out your frustrations on this inflatable undead creature who just keeps coming back for more. Have yourself a disturbingly good time with this kit's zombie desktop bop bag and 32-page book with creepy facts and the history of zombies. It's just the frightful fun you need. Visit us on the web, runningpress.com. Okay, so yeah, I guess I just blow this the fuck up. They're from Philadelphia. Okay. All right, I'm gonna blow them up. I'm glad that the blower upper is in the back because it would be really awkwardly positioned if I had to blow them up in the front. That would be really awkward. Oh, there he is. He's all blown. He's all blown up. Does that go in? I usually fold in, but I don't know what this one does. Maybe it does. No, we're just going to leave it out. All right. I'm just going to sit like that. So that's it. There's our zombie bop bag. So he sits on the desk. Oh, and I could just like fucking fuck you, zombie. Your boss giving you a hard time? Fuck you, boss. Yeah, take that. Fuck you. And he comes back for more. All right, I guess it's therapeutic. We'll keep him over here. Feeling unappreciated by your partner? Fuck you. I kid. All right. I'm not going to open that. I'm just making more of a mess. Keep the damn booklet over here, I guess. Whack a zombie. I got a zombie you could whack. All right, next up. Let's get this guy down here. So this guy's a little ghost face that I got at Walmart. He's like a plushy ghost face, and he's got these uh, suction cups so you can stick them to your car window on the inside, and you can like hang as you drive around. And that's where I had him for a little while, but when it gets hot, the suction cups start to pop off, and he's like hanging by one suction cup, like ah. Plus, if you keep them out in the sun, they get weathered. So I brought him in after having him in the car for a while. So now he just kind of hangs out in B's ghost face with suction cups for no reason in the studio. But yeah, I got them at Walmart. If you want one to hang in your car, it sticks to the window. I think it was like $10, $12, something like that. Come on, dude, get away from my plane. Get out of there. I love that horror plushies are just like a thing that you can get any time of the year now at Walmart and Target and everywhere else. It's great. All right. I'll do a couple more things. I'm going to hang in here a little bit longer. It's 2. I'm going to go to dinner, I think, at like 6. So I got some time. But I also got to do some work. So we'll see how much longer I hang in live. Got to remember to eat my breakfast. All right. So look, I'm not ashamed. I don't collect Monster High dolls, but I do like them. I appreciate the whole Monster High vibe, man. It's awesome. And yeah, I bought them for partners, obviously. My partners always seem to love them, which is cool. I encourage that. But yeah, when they made a Wednesday Addams Monster High doll limited edition, and we made sure both of the girls at the time had them. But then when I found another one, I grabbed myself one. So super cool. It even kind of looks like if what's her name was a doll. Yeah, the hair's spot on, outfit, the bag, the boots. I mean, it's very impressive. And they also made the her roommate Astrid, but I didn't get that one. Not that into them, but I wanted the Wednesday one. There's a few that I'm a little jealous. Steph has some really cool ones, and I'm a little jealous. She should just do a whole series on her Monster High collectibles and the rare ones that she has. So this is a Friday the 13th mask light. And this is going to have to go on the wall. This is going to have to go up here somewhere because it's a. So I bought it was only a couple bucks, and you can mount it to the wall. Yeah, oh, I do have a battery in it. See, look at that shit. So it's got like 2 little screw mounts here, so you can put a couple mounts in the wall and boom, and yeah, just the buttons. Yeah. So the button's at the top. So even when it's on the wall, you can kind of just reach behind it and push at the top and turn it on. It would have been cool if like one of these bolts or something was the button to turn it on, but it's still really cool looking. And it's going to go up over here. I don't know, somewhere over here. We'll see. It'll be here in the background somewhere, so you'll see him glowing. Good old Jason glowing behind me. Whenever I go live. Keep him over here. All right, next up. There's a little dinosaur from Valentine's Day, probably years ago. Thanks, Steph. I'm sure it was from you. He is dirty as fuck. All right, next, this is Steph's. I'm just gonna have to go back into storage. Fucking hair everywhere. This is Demian, the Crypt Kitty. And these, I guess, were sold at Hot Topic or Spencer's or something like that, I guess. Years and years and years and years ago. She has like a whole bunch of them. They're very cool, little like baby dolls. It's got like a Crypt Kitty certificate in there. There's like a bottle that looks like it once had blood liquidy stuff in it. Yeah. Detailed little demonic baby doll. Then you got this Living Dolls lunchbox. Living Dead Dolls. Remember to dust these off as I pull them down. But yes, Living Dead Dolls lunchbox. And then there's also a Living Dead Dolly. Wipe them off before I bring them up there. Shit fall to the ground. I'm gonna vacuum it as soon as I grab. Little punk looking Living Dead Dolly in a straight jacket. No, I'm not sure where she's gonna put those, but they will get moved somewhere there. They do have some value because they were very limited. Here are some comic books that I have to put on the wall. These might actually go up on the wall too, so you see them behind me. This is the so this is a reprint of the number 32 Werewolf by Night. Which featured, I think this was the second appearance of Moon Knight. So this is a facsimile edition. And yes, Werewolf by Night facsimile edition number 32, CGC graded 9.8. I'm a huge Moon Knight fan, huge Werewolf by Night fan. Steph knows this, so this was one of my presents for Christmas one year. And okay, so yes, this is 32. This is a facsimile edition of the first appearance of Moon Knight in Werewolf by Night. That's a reprint. This is the actual number 33 original print Werewolf by Night, which is the second appearance of Moon Knight, which also holds significant value, which is why it's in this very, very secure case, and was also a gift from Steph. So thank you very much for that, Steph, for both of those. All right, I'm going to take a break from live, guys. I gotta go check on Spike and do a couple things, but I'll come back in a bit. So yeah, I'll see y'all in a few. Thank y'all for tuning in so far. I'll be back in a little bit.